The company has come up with its operational update for the month of August, and this time around we have seen a decent jump coming in, wherein the company has achieved 8,469 mega units of total electricity volume, and that's a jump of 21% on a one-on-one YOY basis, and that's why a jump on the stock price as well. But just let's understand the dynamics going ahead and what is the outlook. For that, we have been joined by Rohit Bajaj, Executive Director, Business Development Strategy and Regulatory Affairs of IEX. Hi, very good morning, Rahul, and thank you so much for your time to ET now. Firstly, onto the jump in the volume, because the power sector has been in focus in terms of demand, in terms of the pricing. So as an exchange, how are the demand metrics panning out for IEX? And going forward, do you expect this momentum to continue, and any number that you can share us with?
Yeah, very good morning. Just one correction here. I am Rohit Bajaj, not Rahul.
So, I beg your pardon. Rohit, please go on.
Yeah. So this particular month, in the month of August, we registered 22% growth in the electricity segment. And if you see, starting from April this year, this number is ever increasing. In fact, in Q1, it was about 7-8%. July, it was about 17%. And now, in the month of August, it increased further to 22%. So there are a couple of reasons. Demand is very robust in the country. In fact, if I talk about August particularly, we have seen 16% increase in demand, overall electricity demand in the country. This is unprecedented increase. There are various reasons for that. One of the reasons is very big dry spell in the month of August. This was one of the driest and warmest August in last 122 years, which resulted into increase in demand, and other economic factors also playing their part. And in fact, till now, YTD, we are 5% plus. So that's on the buy side. Supply side, there is huge buy which is coming to the market, but there are issues on the supply side. Supply side constraints are still there. We have seen correction in the prices. Our e-auction prices have come down in India, domestic coal prices. We have seen imported coal prices have also come down drastically in last 4-5 months. Gas also, we are seeing some correction, but still, on the capacity side, there are constraints. And the growth is only 22% because we had supply side constraint. Otherwise, this number would have been much, much bigger.
Right. Good morning, Mr. Bajaj. This is Cheryl also joining in the conversation. And let me just shift focus. We will come and touch upon what are the supply constraints. But we understand the CERC has initiated a discussion on market coupling with the staff paper. Two-part question. One, I want to understand how have the initial conversations and feedback been for this? And also, what sort of a timeline are you envisaging for a final approval for this particular move?
So this is a long drawn process. When we say market coupling, it is about new market design. So one design which we have been following for over 15 years that is proposed to, now they are proposing to change it, but there is a process involved, and CRC has just initiated it. So there was one staff paper which has been issued about 2 weeks back, wherein they are talking about all the possible pros and cons of design change. They have clearly mentioned about the global scenario, where else in the globe we have seen such market coupling. They have captured in that paper example of European market coupling, which was more about integrating different countries into one big market. So in the Europe, market coupling was done to take advantage of the diversity of resources, diversity of different energy mix across different countries, and they added different geographical areas. They integrated the market to create a one big market. But in India, these things are not applicable. In India, what we are discussing today is coupling of exchanges. So all these aspects have been discussed in detail in that paper. It's a very beautiful paper, very nicely written paper, where they have touched upon all the benefits and what can go wrong if you do that. Because they mentioned in that paper, suppose we do that, then the innovation which is happening in the power market. Today, exchanges are trying to create new market segment. They are trying to understand requirement of the participants and then figuring out how technology can be helpful in creating different new product segment. So probably that will stop. It will make the system more centralized. It will make the system more rigid. Flexibility will not be there in the market if you go for market coupling. I think all these things are to be dealt in detail, and rightly so. CRC has invited comments from all the stakeholders. 30th September is the last date for comments. We expect everyone, whosoever is concerned, or all the participants will be giving their comments. And in due course of time, on the basis of merit, decision will be taken by regulator. And if in case of decision also, there are many things which are to be done. First, draft regulations are to be created. First, we have to finalize the comprehensive framework, how coupling will look like. If at all it happens, then who should be operating that, where there is a single operator or exchanges would be doing in rotational basis. All those things are to be decided. So first thing first, whether it is required. We believe that today it's not the right time. We are still a very small market. Only 7% of the transactions are happening through exchanges. Remaining 93% has got various different prices. So if you have so many prices, so many different prices, there is no purpose we are going to solve by combining different exchanges and creating a one single point. So it's a debatable thing. And I hope going forward on the basis of merit, decision will be taken. And in either case, it is a long-drawn process since it involves design change. There is a lot of things which are required to be done.
Thank you so much for sharing your take on market coupling. That was indeed one point that the markets was looking ahead for. But on the back of this, there were concerns about you losing the market share. So for the month of August, can you share the update on the market share and the trend of declining market share? Has that been arrested?
Yeah, so our market share is, last year it was 87%. This year also till now it is about 85, 86%. And initially in the months when you have more time transaction, it is little on the lower side, and later part of the year when you have more participation in the DAM, it increases. Same thing happened last year. This year also we expect same thing to happen, but it is hovering around a similar level, 86, 87%. We have different segments. In fact, there are collective transactions, which are day-ahead market and real-time market. There, our market share is close to 99%, in fact, more than that. And in term ahead and other certificate segment, it is about 50, 60%, depending on the different market segments. So more or less, it is at a similar level. And we expect going forward, other exchanges are also playing their part. They are also innovating. They are also trying to introduce new product. And we expect that we should be able to maintain or increase this little bit more going forward.
Right, Mr. Bajaj, let me actually talk about the overall volume growth targets that you have set for yourself for the fiscal year. Double-digit volume growth is possible in FY24, given the fact that we have seen a sharp increase in the demand, but supply remains a constraint, isn't it?
Yeah. So as the supply is increasing, we are seeing volume coming up. In fact, cleared volume, the volume growth that we say, we have seen that. As I mentioned, in Q1, it was 8%. Q2 till now, it is about 20%, 17, 18% in electricity. And going forward, supply side is expected to improve even further, because as winter will set in, there would be many distribution utilities, many states where they will have surplus. They would come to the market to sell that, to dispatch that. So as the supply will ease out further in times to come, we expect to maintain the momentum which we have created in last 2 months, which we have seen in last 2 months. And till now also, we are about 11% growth as compared to last year. We expect double digit is definitely positive, and it can further go up depending on supply easing situation in times to come.
Okay, thank you so much, Rohit, for joining us today on ET Now. With this, we'll let you go on that and wishing you all the best for the upcoming numbers. So that was the management. Yeah. So that was the management of IEX sharing and talking about the update for the month of August and going ahead, what sort of a market share. And he also shared his take on market coupling.